Yo, got a question for y'all this morning. Do you know anybody that can go from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds? Right? Someone that just, at a drop of a hat, boom, they could go off. And when they go off, they go off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know anybody like that? Just off the top of the dome, something rubbing the wrong way, somebody say something, or even if they perceive or think something that may not actually be true, but because that's how they perceive it and how they receive it, boom, they go off. You know anybody that's quick-tempered, hot-headed, just seem like they're angry a lot? We're going to talk about that. Type of person that you really want to tell nothing because you're not sure how they're going to react, right? Or you know how they're going to react. So that's why you don't tell them things. That's why you don't share certain things with them. You kind of, we just going to be cool. We're not even going to share that with him because we know how he's going to react, right? Been there, done. Yo, got a question for y'all this morning. Do you know anybody that can go from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds? Right? Someone that just, at a drop of a hat, boom, they could go off. And when they go off, they go off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know anybody like that? Just off the top of the dome, something rubbing the wrong way, somebody say something, or even if they perceive or think something that may not actually be true, but because that's how they perceive it and how they receive it, boom, they go off. You know anybody that's quick-tempered, hot-headed, just seem like they're angry a lot? We're going to talk about that. Type of person that you really want to tell nothing because you're not sure how they're going to react, right? Or you know how they're going to react. So that's why you don't tell them things. That's why you don't share certain things with them. You kind of, we're just going to be cool. We're not even going to share that with him because we know how he's going to react, right? Been there, done that. Do you wake up with a bad disposition? Go to bed with a bad disposition. Just approach life angry and with a bad disposition, pissed off all the time at everything and everybody. Do you know people like that? Maybe that's you. Because I know part of that was me, right? And this is the reason why, early before, I matured some. Yes, I had to grow up. I had to mature because I was immature in some areas and I needed to grow in some areas. I would go off. So, a lot of times my wife wouldn't tell me stuff. Either one of them. Both times I was married, they didn't share certain things with me, and they didn't tell me about certain things dealing with the kids or dealing with, somebody, in the neighborhood or a family member, because they know I would address the issue immediately. And in some cases I would go off. So they wouldn't even, no, we're not even going to share that. We're not even going to tell him about your grades. We're not going to tell him about what the teacher said. We're not going to tell him about this person did this. That was me. I would go off. And God had to grow me up in that area a lot. You know what I'm saying? But do you know people like that? That drop a dime, they'll go off. They wake up angry. They just have this angry disposition. Every time you see them, they got a scowl on their face. When you talk to them, it's a complaint about this, or they're angry about that, or somebody did them wrong, or, what I'm saying? They seem to have no joy, right? They're just angry. Well, we're going to talk about what the word says about that. Because in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, verse 9, it talks about, being angry, people that's angry. And why we shouldn't hold anger, because by holding anger, what it really means is that not only that we're immature and that we need to grow up, but that we're foolish. Wait, say what? And I don't know about you. I don't like to be called nobody's fool. You know what I'm saying? Because I know God has given me intelligence and he's given me wit and he's given me, a lot of things that would make me far from foolish and being a fool. But now if I choose to be, that's on me. But I don't want nobody calling me that, right? I don't want nobody looking at me that way and talking about me in that way, because I'm far from a fool. And in Ecclesiastes 7:9, it says, don't be hasty, in ourselves to be angry. Don't be quick to be angry in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be quick in your spirit to get angry. All right? Why? Because anger rests in the belly. It rests in the core. It rests in the bosoms of fools. You know what a fool is? A fool is someone that's unwise. They're unwise. They don't have wisdom. Okay? They lack knowledge, right? They don't have any experience. Okay? They're unwise. They make unwise choices and unwise decisions. This is what fools do. They make unwise decisions and choices. You dig? And yes, I have made unwise decisions and choices in the past, and God has grown me up in that area, right? But do you know people like that? Just quick to be angry. And then their anger leads to them making an unwise decision. Whether it was anger caused them to say something, and then they got to go back and say, oh man, I'm sorry. I apologize. I spoke out of anger and that was a really bad decision and please forgive me. A lot of times they'll do something out of anger, whether it's physically, sometimes people go there, you know what I'm saying? They're physical with their anger. Whether that's picking up something, putting their hands on you, whatever the case is. But whenever we operate out of anger and we do things out of anger, 9 out of 10 times, it's not a righteous or holy anger, but it's a fleshly and vengeance anger, right? And if we don't have self-control and you don't allow the Spirit to lead and guide you, right, what'll happen? You'll wind up lashing out because of your anger, not being able to control it. And then when you're lashing out, what you're saying is, I'm choosing to be unfoolish. So when people call you a fool, you can't get mad. People, he acting like a plumb fool or a dang fool. You can't get mad because you're not controlling your anger and you're letting, unwise decisions rule you and guide you, right? And I don't want to be nobody's fool. And so I'm going to decide to not have anger at my core. It's a decision that we have to make, right? That's what we have to do. We have to make the decision that we are going to be not angry, but positive. Not ugly, but beautiful. Not destructive, but creative. You know what I'm saying? Positive. That's something that we have to choose to be on a daily basis. I'm not going to be angry today. I'm not going to be ugly today. I'm not going to be disruptive today. I'm not going to be, destructive today. I'm not going to be manipulative today. I'm not going to be, deceptive today. I'm going to be honest and forthright and virtuous. I'm going to think on things that are pure and just and lovely. I'm going to choose to believe the good report and not all the bad, foul, ugly things. I mean, last I checked, we're supposed to give a person a benefit of the doubt. right? Instead of just going in and going ham. And we're supposed to give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because giving a person the benefit of the doubt gives us time to investigate, to gather more information, to kind of put the pieces together before we just go in unjustified and then have to go back and try to fix a situation that could have not even been caused in the first place if we would have just gave someone the benefit of the doubt instead of going off and just being angry. It's a choice, right? So there's nothing wrong with being angry when it's a holy anger, right? When it's an anger against sin, when you see sin and it makes you angry. But at the same time, that anger that you feel and that is, it's present because of the sin that you see, that's when you take the sin and you put it into righteousness. Well, what do you mean by that? That anger that you feel from that sin, you take that anger and you put it into doing something good, something positive, something that's going to combat that sin that caused you to be angry in the first place. See, there is a righteous sin. There is a righteous anger. Okay? There is a righteous anger. God has a righteous anger. Righteous anger hates sin. And that same righteous anger that he has put in us. We should hate sin just as much. Sin should make us just as angry from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. But we take that anger and we put it into righteousness. We put it into doing good and to combating the sin that we see. And how do we combat the sin that we see? With love. Oh yeah, love covers a multitude of sin. You dig? We don't talk about it. We don't expose it if we can help it. We don't, go around backbiting. We don't, no, we don't do that. We love because love covers. The same way Jesus covered us. He covered our sin and washed it clean. Love covers. Okay? But love can't reside where anger is. So if you're an angry person at your core, you need to get rid of that anger and let love come in. Okay? If you wake up with a bad disposition, you need to tell that anger, not today. You're not going to rule me today. You're not going to keep having control over my mind, over my thoughts, over my words, over my actions. No, today I choose to be this way. Today I choose not to give you power and control. Today I choose not to be angry. Today I choose not to let my spirit just jump and say stuff outside of my neck because of my perception or because of what I thought or even if what I saw and I heard was the absolute truth. Not to let anger rule me as a fool, but to let love rule me as someone that's wise. You dig? Just want to bless y'all today on this So Thankful Thursday, right? What are you so thankful for? Are you thankful that God is helping you and teaching you how to manage your anger and put it in the right places and to have the right type of anger for the right type of situations? Because the fleshly anger is no good to us and it's no good to no one else. You dig? One love. This is your man, Levon. Remember, Lamella E. Love, uplift, motivate, inspire, learn, laugh, encourage, and enlighten. Go check out the website. Go check out the merch. And subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content. And like this video and share this video with all your friends. Your man, Levon. I'm out.